Embarking on a spiritual journey is a profound and transformative experience, but it's not always a walk in the park. Highly spiritual individuals often encounter harsh truths that can be challenging to navigate. In this video, we will explore some of these harsh realities and discuss how those on a spiritual path can overcome them to achieve a deeper sense of enlightenment and self-discovery. Understanding the profound truths about life and our world is both a blessing and a weighty burden to bear. Delving beneath the surface can prove to be a challenging journey. The more one explores life's mysteries, the clearer the reality behind appearances becomes. And grappling with that isn't always an easy task. Here are 7 harsh truths that highly spiritual individuals will contend with but ultimately conquer. Number 1. The complexity of truth. As a spiritual seeker, the quest for absolute truth becomes an unwavering desire. However, the more one delves into this pursuit, the realization dawns that truth is seldom confined to the stark realms of black and white. The spiritual journey unfolds within a tapestry of paradoxes and complexities challenging comprehension. What resonates as truth for one may not hold the same weight for another. Many spiritual traditions acknowledge that what stands true in one reality may lose relevance in another, a profound acknowledgement that births the paradox. The intricacy of truth also implies an aura of mystery and unknowability. Aspects of the divine and the universe surpass human comprehension, an invitation to explore the vast expanses of our own ignorance, rather than a limiting factor. In a world demanding categorical answers, such openness proves to be a daunting challenge. Society often rewards those professing clear-cut solutions and unwavering knowledge. Yet, when examining the wisdom of profound spiritual teachers across history, their teachings often manifest in parables and stories, encouraging contemplation and personal interpretation over fixed doctrines. Embracing this complexity entails making peace with doubt and uncertainty. Doubt, a potent tool for growth, prompts us to question, delve deeper, and refrain from accepting things at face value. Uncertainty, acting as a humble guide, keeps us open to new possibilities and prevents the spiritual ego from becoming entrenched in its own perceived enlightenment. On your journey, it's probable that beliefs once clung to fervently will evolve. This is a natural metamorphosis of the soul, with each layer of complexity unraveling a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, the impermanence of form, and the eternal nature of consciousness unveils itself. Number 2. Existential crisis. At the core of spiritual growth often resides an existential crisis, a dark night of the soul that every seeker must navigate. It serves as a pivotal rite of passage, a descent into the shadowy depths of one's own being, a journey unavoidable, for it is in the darkness that the roots of our spirit delve deep into the earth, seeking the nourishment necessary for the soul to flourish. The existential crisis is a summons to a deeper truth, a call to venture into the uncharted territories of your consciousness. It extends an invitation to question, seek, and yearn for answers to the fundamental mysteries of existence. This crisis, disorienting as it may be, holds a divine purpose. It strips away the superficial, laying bare the essence of who we truly are and what genuinely matters. Throughout this phase, the very ground beneath your feet may shift. Comforts once relied upon may lose their allure, and habits once considered harmless may reveal their destructive nature. Far from a punishment, this process signifies purification and clarification. As your inner landscape transforms, so too does your outer world. Relationships, occupations, and pastimes incongruent with your emerging truth will naturally fade away. Though painful, this shedding of the old skin is indispensable for growth. It is the pathway for the new to emerge. Loss is inherent in this transformative process. Friends who once walked closely by your side may no longer recognize you or wish to accompany you on this new path. Grieving these losses and feeling the pain of their departure is natural. Yet, within this pain lies a potent seed of transformation. As you journey through the dark night of the soul, life may seem devoid of meaning, and your existence may feel threatened by inner turmoil and pain. This crucible is the fire that consumes all falsehood, leaving only truth in its wake. The fruits of this profound journey are diverse, yet they demand your willingness to accept and learn from these challenges. Embracing this darkness, rather than fleeing from it, allows your spirit to undergo the metamorphosis essential for true growth. You are being reshaped and remolded from the inside out, becoming a vessel capable of holding a pure form of consciousness. Number 3. Challenge of finding love on a spiritual path. Embarking on a spiritually awakened journey often brings forth one of its most profound struggles: the pursuit of deep, meaningful love. When your soul craves a connection that transcends the ordinary, delving into the spiritual and soulful realms, the path may feel solitary. It's not just a search for a partner, but a quest for a soulmate, someone resonating with your highest self, not predetermined but deeply aligned. In your awakening, love transforms into more than just an emotion or physical connection. It becomes a sacred union, a meeting of souls, an elevating energy. Casual connections no longer satisfy the deeper longing within you, making the search for love seem daunting, especially in a world that often prioritizes instant gratification over profound bonding, where swiping left or right is the norm for finding a mate. Your awakened self yearns for meaningful conversations that extend into the night, filled with musings about the universe and the essence of being. It's a desire for a fellow traveler on the path of enlightenment, a partner who recognizes that love is a spiritual practice. So, it's not merely about finding love, but attracting the kind that mirrors your innermost self, remaining true to your awakened spirit, without compromising on the values and depth you've discovered within yourself becomes paramount. This fidelity to your soul's needs may narrow the path, but it also enriches the journey. Pouring love into yourself is crucial, nurturing your essence and glowing with an inner light that attracts depth over superficiality. Cultivating self-love establishes a foundation for a relationship that goes beyond physical presence. Embracing the soul's essence, patience and faith are essential, not just in the universe but in the divine timing of your life. The longing you feel is a call into the universe for that kindred spirit. The universe operates on a divine timeline, understanding when you are truly ready, not just to find love but to embrace and nurture it. In the meantime, the love you seek from another is also seeking you. Unseen connections are forming, preparing to manifest at just the right moment, while the search for a soulful partner continues. Let the love within you be a gift to the world. Let it overflow into your interactions, creativity, and service to others. In doing so, you become a beacon of love, and this light will ultimately guide your true love to you. Number 4. The reality of suffering. One of the profound truths that confront spiritual individuals is the stark reality of suffering. Regardless of one's advancement on the spiritual path, suffering remains an inescapable facet of the human experience. It's a universal theme that interlaces all lives, yet it often stands as the aspect of existence most feared, resisted, or misunderstood. Embracing the full spectrum of life, encompassing trials and tribulations, opens doors to the profound teachings that suffering carries. Suffering manifests in various forms: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. It can be as conspicuous as the pain of a physical injury, or as subtle as the ache of a longing heart. Despite its omnipresence, suffering is frequently viewed as something to be avoided at any cost. However, for spiritual growth and maturity, understanding and learning from suffering become indispensable. The spiritual perspective on suffering doesn't involve seeking or glorifying it. Instead, it's about recognizing its pivotal role in our evolution. When we undergo suffering, it possesses the potential to crack the surface of our ego, unveiling the deeper layers of our being and reinforcing our shared vulnerability. Suffering has the transformative power to dismantle the walls erected around our hearts, fostering a profound sense of compassion and empathy for ourselves and others. Moreover, suffering often serves as a catalyst for transformation, shaking us from complacency and compelling us to question life's direction, values, and purpose. It urges us to explore new perspectives, revealing reservoirs of strength and resilience we may not have recognized within ourselves. Wisdom traditions worldwide emphasize that the key to dealing with suffering lies not in escaping it, but in traversing it with awareness. This entails acknowledging our pain, sitting with it, understanding its roots, and extracting the lessons it has to offer. It's about striking a delicate balance, accepting suffering as a part of life without becoming identified with it. In essence, we acknowledge that while we may experience suffering, we are not defined by it. Integrating suffering into our spiritual journey involves allowing it to instruct us in the art of surrender, letting go of what we cannot control and focusing our energy on what we can influence. This approach teaches us to be present with what is, rather than what we wish would be. In that presence, we often unearth the seeds of healing and growth through acts of service, compassion, and kindness. Transforming individual suffering into collective healing becomes a powerful stride towards spiritual maturity. Number 5. The challenge of letting go. Embarking on a spiritual journey is a profound venture into the unknown, a path laden with challenges that often seem to contradict our very instincts as human beings. One such formidable challenge is the act of letting go, which, despite its apparent simplicity, stands as one of the most intricate and demanding tasks we encounter. Letting go transcends mere physical release. It is a metaphysical endeavor, involving relinquishing the tight grip our minds and egos have on ideas, desires, and attachments. This encompasses releasing material possessions, outdated beliefs, old grudges, and past disappointments, anything that obstructs our spiritual growth and freedom. The complexity of letting go stems from the deep roots of attachment within our ego, the sense of a separate self. Our ego seeks identity in the past and security in the familiar. Our psyche is inherently wired to cling to experiences, relationships, and identities, even when they cease to serve us or inflict pain. This clinging provides an illusory sense of control and safety. The process of letting go necessitates confronting the unknown, embracing uncertainty, and placing trust in the unfolding of life. It urges us to surrender to a greater wisdom, a universal flow governing all of existence. The practice of letting go intricately intertwines with the practice of trust. Trusting the process of life demands a leap of faith, not reliant on the predictability of outcomes but on the inherent goodness of the universe. Letting go, in essence, makes room for fresh experiences, opportunities, and perspectives to enter our lives, fostering space for growth and expansion. Letting go also entails forgiveness, forgiving ourselves and others. Forgiveness is the liberation from the weighty burden of resentment and animosity, which can otherwise obstruct the flow of spiritual energy in our lives. Through forgiveness, we free ourselves from the chains of negative past experiences, opening our hearts to the transformative power of love. Each act of letting go becomes a profound lesson in humility, an acknowledgement of the transient nature of all things. This practice aligns us with the truth that everything is impermanent, and our true essence lies not in the external trappings of life but in the profound depths of our being. Number 6. The art of self-reflection. Embarking on the journey within is not always a comfortable one. Highly spiritual individuals often discover that self-reflection demands a confrontation with parts of themselves they may not appreciate. Self-reflection is an art, a sacred dialogue with oneself that requires turning inward and peering into the places often veiled in darkness. The fears, insecurities, and suppressed emotions residing in what Carl Jung termed the shadow. This shadow isn't merely a repository of negative traits but harbors potential gifts, unexplored talents, and energies set aside in the pursuit of social acceptance. Engaging in shadow work is a commitment to truth, necessitating the acknowledgement that our darker characteristics are as much a part of us as our virtues. This acknowledgement isn't an act of self-condemnation, but an embrace of the totality of our being. It is within the soil of this acceptance that the seeds of transformation are sown. The process of self-reflection and shadow work is an excavation, a deep dig into the psyche to unearth the roots of our behaviors and emotions. It involves asking challenging questions. Why do I react this way? What am I truly afraid of? Where did this belief about myself originate? This is the work of warriors, demanding a stout heart to face oneself entirely. In this inner journey, we are not seeking to discard parts of ourselves or create a new persona. Instead, we aim to integrate all aspects of our being into a harmonious whole. As spiritual beings, our call is not to perfection but to wholeness. This wholeness encompasses the light and the dark, the seen and the unseen, the known and the mysterious. It is in the embrace of this wholeness that we discover the truest expression of freedom. Number 7. Embracing the infinite journey. The spiritual journey often commences with the misconception that there is a finite end, a pinnacle of enlightenment that, once reached, concludes our quest for completeness. However, the reality of the spiritual path is far different, and indeed far more beautiful. It is an endless journey, not a destination. This odyssey mirrors the constant flow of a river, always moving, ever-changing and never identical in any two moments. Learning to embrace the fluid nature of life and our personal development is central to spiritual growth. It's within this perpetual flow that we discover the essence of our existence, not in any static state of arrival. The spiritual path is not a transformation into someone else. It is a continuous and profound evolution of becoming more authentically ourselves. Each moment unfolds as an opportunity to expand and deepen our understanding of who we are and how we connect to the world around us. If the idea of never-ending improvement feels overwhelming, consider the alternative: a stagnation of spirit, a life devoid of discovery, a journey prematurely halted. It's the ongoing nature of the journey that keeps life vibrant and exciting. Recognizing that there is no ultimate state of enlightenment to achieve liberates us from the pressure of arriving and allows us to fully engage with the process itself. You may find that the milestones you once sought, like becoming a master or reaching enlightenment, shift and evolve as you do. Enlightenment is not a fixed state to attain. It's a series of moments, insights and experiences that enlighten us to new facets of our existence. It's not the end of learning but an embrace of continuous growth. This journey is not without its challenges. There will be highs and lows, successes and failures, joys and sorrows. Yet it is through this spectrum of experience that we come to appreciate the fullness of life. As you continue on your path, let this knowledge be both your guide and your comfort. The journey is endless and far from being a burden. It is a gift, the precious gift of eternal becoming. In the journey of self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment, confronting harsh truths is an inevitable part of the process. Highly spiritual individuals can overcome these challenges by embracing the loneliness, facing the ego, navigating disillusionment, accepting imperfection, and finding a balance between spirituality and the material world. By acknowledging and transcending these struggles, one can truly transform and ascend to higher levels of consciousness on their spiritual path. I hope these words bring some light into your soul. As we wrap up this profound exploration, I invite you to engage in the collective wisdom we've uncovered. If this resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button. Share this video with fellow seekers who might find solace and inspiration in the insights shared. For more content on spiritual growth, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Lastly, drop a comment below, share your thoughts and insights. Thank you for being a part of this exploration. And until next time, stay on the path of eternal becoming.